Hey all, Hibber here, and welcome to the first video in a series on No Man's Sky. So this one will, teach you how to get started in the game, because the way you start in the later versions of No Man's Sky is actually a little bit confusing, I think. But first, don't forget to subscribe, like, share and comment, guys, if you like the video. No Man's Sky is actually quite an old game now. It's 5 or 6 years old, but it's been continually improved. I think we are at update 18 now or something like that. So once you start, you're just gonna start on a random planet, and it's not going to be like in the first versions of the game where the planet could be nice. It seems that you always start out on a planet that's a little bit radioactive or just a little bit nasty here, and I really don't think that's a good way to introduce the game, really, especially to new players. This is because of the hostile environment actually puts a bit of time pressure on you. So when you launch the game, you have to hurry and do stuff, and especially if you've never done it before, it can be confusing. For example, first you have to use your scanner to find sodium, but your scanner is broken, meaning that first you have to mine some ferrite dust here to fix your scanner. And that's just, it's a little bit confusing really for new players, because you have to do one thing, but actually you have to do one thing before the one thing, and you'll get the hang of it, but it's a little bit annoying. But anyway, to start off with, fix your scanner. So you just need some ferrite dust to do that, and once you've done that, you can then use the scanner to locate the sodium, which is what you really need. Because you can see that my life support is, or my environment protection is going really, really low, and I need to find some sodium. And sodium, in this instance here, is available in plants. So you have to use your scanner to find some sodium-rich plants, and then pick them to get some sodium, really. And that sodium, you'll just have to put into your hazard protection suit here to recharge it. And that's really important, because if you don't do that, you're going to die. This is what I mean by it's a bit of an unfortunate way to start the game for people, because it's just in a rush and you have to do this and you have to understand it, otherwise you die. So I think that, it was better in the beginning where you landed on a nice planet where you didn't have to hurry. But anyway, after a while you'll find your crashed spaceship here, and obviously there's some, random debris lying around, so don't forget to open the boxes and get some stuff. It means that you'll just have to look around less for oxygen and other minerals and stuff that you'll need later. So just have a peek around and pick up what you think is useful. Don't spend too much time doing this, because you still have to worry about the hazard, the radiations. So get to your ship, jump in, and we'll see if we can take off. But obviously, and get used to this, everything is broken in the game. So obviously the spaceship is broken. So we'll have to finish these. Launch thrusters offline, pulse engine offline. So there's two things wrong. So first of all, we're going to fix that pulse engine. For that we need some metal plating first off, as you can see in the helpful tutorial here. And that's luckily quite easy. All you need to collect to get that is ferrite dust. And I've already collected enough just by running around doing random things in the beginning here. So that metal plating I can actually create right off the bat. The next thing I need is a hermetic seal, and that's not something I just have in my back pocket here on my crash site. And we'll have to work a little bit harder to get that. But first, let's just install the plating here so the spaceship is halfway ready to go. Alright, we jump in the spaceship again. As you can see, it's still complaining that it doesn't have a hermetic seal. So to get that hermetic seal, first we need to apparently get a planetary chart, which is sitting somewhere outside the spacecraft in one of the boxes. So, we're going to have to figure that one out as well. And you kind of have to just keep these things in mind, which is a little bit annoying, I really think. But it's just a hurdle you have to get over. So the planetary chart is in this weird round thing here outside the aircraft, and all you have to do is pretty much activate it, and then it says, hey, I have a planetary chart, would you like it? And you're supposed to say yes. Then go into your inventory and pick the chart, and after a little bit of fiddling around, you'll figure out, okay, you have to press X on it to plot a route, and it actually says that in the instructions, but it's not entirely clear if you ask me. So the planetary chart does its thing, and after that you will find this mysterious indicator on your map that you have to now get to. Now on your way there, as standard, a storm will brew, and that means that the environment will be even more dangerous. So on your way to the marker, you'll have to take a few side trips to gather some more sodium to keep your environment hazard suit operational. Again, it's a little bit annoying and unnecessary, really. I think things would just be easier if you just landed on an easy planet, but that's not what Hello Games said, so that's not what's going to happen. Anyway, we get to the marker, and there's a weird thingy of a base here, also super unexplained. But anyway, we head in, and the radiation will give you a little bit of a break here. So what you have to do in here is just to go to this holo archive here, and it will then more or less do something weird. And it will then again ask me if you would like to have this hermetic seal. And well, obviously that's what you're here for, so we take that, and that's it for now. So how do I get back, you then ask, because there's no indicator for your spaceship. And well, I'll tell you how. You will have to fix something. This time you have to fix your analysis visor. You need carbon nanotubes to do that. And of course that visor is really, really useful, and it's kind of a tutorial here, but again it's a little bit annoying to have to fix all these things. So anyway, we go and we gather some carbon. That's what you need to fix your visor. And luckily that's pretty easy. There should be quite a bit around wherever you are. It doesn't really matter. Then you go into your exosuit in inventory, and you craft some carbon nanotubes. And that's what you need to fix your visor. And after that you go into your multi-tool, and then you add the carbon nanotubes to your analysis visor, and that should fix the problem. The visor is very, very useful actually, and you'll be using it a lot in the game. What it really does is it overlays a display on whatever it is you're looking at, and you'll be able to see, things of interest, and then also analyze them to figure out like what compounds are in different things. And it's going to be extremely useful, so just get used to it. Anyway, we're heading back to our landing site now, because now we know where the ship is. We could see that on our newly fixed visor. As you may remember, we got our hermetic seal at the weird base, whatever it was that we had to find before. So now we can fix our pulse engine. So obviously we're going to do that first of all, so we don't forget things. Otherwise it gets really confusing, this game. Just do things as soon as you can, otherwise you'll forget about it. Next, we have to fix the launch thrusters. So we need pure ferrite and dihydrogen jelly for that. Now I've been picking up some hydrogen on the way when I was walking back and forth between stuff. So I already have enough hydrogen to actually craft some dihydrogen. So that one's a pretty easy one there. But if you don't have enough hydrogen here, then just go look for it. I mean, use your scanner, click your left stick, and the scanner will show you the closest dihydrogen you have to pick up, really. That's not enough, unfortunately. To fix the spaceship completely, we need some pure ferrite. And you can't find that just by yourself, you need to refine that. And the game does tell you that, and to do that you need to find oxygen first. So again, a little bit of confusion there. You have to do something not related to the task before you can actually do the task you want to do. So just keep that in mind, that it kind of does this in the beginning of the game, and it's a little bit annoying. Anyway, once you have enough oxygen, you can build yourself a portable refiner, and that in itself is quite simple. Just pick a place to pop it, and that's about it. Then you have to walk up to it, and of course it has to run on something. And luckily I have also collected some of this stuff here, whatever it is it runs on, some random carbon. On my way running around, you can get it out of most plants or animals, really. I don't have enough ferrite dust. I need 50, I only have 4. So that means I'll have to go and actually look for some more ferrite dust.
Recharging
Ferrite dust is really easy to find. It's abundant. It's pretty much in every rock you can possibly find, so it shouldn't take you long to collect 50 units of that. Like I said, it's one of the easier things you have to find. So make your way back to the portable refiner once you have enough ferrite dust. Pop it into the, I don't know, the entry here, whatever it is, the input. And in the output, after the process, you will get your pure ferrite here. So just wait for the thing to finish its whatever it is it's doing, and just click on the output, and you'll be able to pick where you want to store that. So store it in the exosuit, it's just easier for now. So that's it. You now have your pure ferrite. So let's walk over to the spaceship and see if we can fix this thing up completely now. So we'll add the missing pure ferrite here into the UI, and that fixed it. It's not on fire anymore. So this is where the game really starts, really, because and also in my opinion, this is how the game should start. This whole collection marathon here under time pressure, I think, is a little bit annoying, and that's why I'm doing this guide on it, in case you're new to the game or you haven't played it in a while, because this is not how it was in the beginning. But anyway, we are now able to actually take off in our spacecraft, and like I said, this is where the game really starts, because now you're free to do whatever you want. You don't have to follow the story. You can, of course. You don't have to stay on this planet, and I recommend that you go and find a different planet, because I like to have planets that aren't poisonous or hazardous in some way, and you can simply just leave the planet's atmosphere by pointing your spaceship upwards and just leaving it. And that's actually really cool. I still think this is the only game that's able to do that, and the coming Starfield is not able to do this even. That's quite actually an impressive feat for a 6-year-old game. Anyway, you're in space and you're free, and the world is pretty much your oyster from here. You can go to any planet you want. Everything is procedurally generated, so everything's going to be random and surprising, and chances are that no one has been to any of these planets before you. So have a look at the planets and try to find one that is inviting, that's not toxic or radioactive or anything like that. But we'll look at that in the next video. So hope you enjoyed it, guys, and I'll see you out there.